learning outcomes, identify the three types, be able to utilize anti-differentiation techniques to obtain the general solution as well as particular solution if there is any initial conditions given of a differential equation. So as you can see, there are three cases for this type of second order. What is second order differential equation? This refers to those differential equations wherein you can find expressions such as the second derivative of the dependent variable with respect to the independent variable. In symbols, you may see y double prime or d squared y over dx squared, so that to be able to arrive at the solution, you will have to undergo two or twice integration process. So you will have to integrate 2 times, which means that you will arrive at, or your general solution will contain 2 arbitrary constants. We call that C sub 1 and C sub 2. Yan ang second order. So first is of the form, this one, the derivative of this function with respect to x equated to q of x. And then you have equations with dependent variable missing, meaning your y is missing. There is no y variable in the differential equation. And the third case is the independent variable is missing, meaning yung x mo. So there is no x variable. As you can see, f of y and y double prime, as well as the y double prime and y prime is what is found in your differential equation. So we'll take up the first form, how to approach and evaluate if you encounter this type of differential equation. You have the derivative of, in terms of x of this, equated to q of x. So what you're going to do, you equate this one with u. Let variable u be equal to dy dx plus p of x. This is a familiar expression. You will remember your Folde and Bernoulli for this dy dx plus p of x. And once you equate your u with this expression, this equation here becomes du, or the derivative of u with respect to x equals q of x. So that's why you can see here on the second line, du q of x. And you integrate both sides. So the integral of du is u, and the integral of this is q of x dx plus c, or c sub 1. Let this be equation 1. Step 2 is you're going to equate the right side of equation 1, which is this one, with what is on the right side of step 1. So dy dx plus p of x is equated to the right side of equation 1. And this is of linear or Folde, first order linear differential equation, wherein this is their first term, dy dx, and you can find p of x times y, actually, p of x times y. And this is your expression of q of x after integrating. So let's apply this in an example. We have the derivative of this with respect to x equated to e to the negative x. So as illustrated in our steps, what you're going to do is you let u be equal to this part. So in this example, you let u be equal to dy dx plus y. That's your u. And then your next expression would be the derivative of u with respect to x equated to e to the negative x. Okay? The derivative of u with respect to x. And you're going to transpose dx to the other side so that it will now be ready for integration. And the integral of du, of course, is u. Integral of this, you have a negative x there. So that will give you a negative e to the negative x plus c sub 1, okay, after integration. Applying step 2, you notice this is the right side. It will now be equated to the right side of step 1. So This is our expression here, and of the form folde yan. That's folde. So therefore, dy dx, wherein your dependent variable is y, independent variable is x. And this is y. So meaning to say your p of x is actually 1 because you don't have any expression of p of x. It is understood that it is equal to 1. So your p of x is actually 1, and this is the expression of your q of x. So equate that with the q of x, and you can now determine your integrating factor. So that integrating factor is e to the integral of 1 dx. But what is the integral of dx? X. Therefore, that's the value or the expression of your integrating factor. And so that next line, applying the procedure of folde, as if you recall, it will be integrating factor times the y equals the integral of integrating factor times q of x dx plus c sub 2 this time, plus c sub 2. Kasi you will be integrating twice na. And so, what is e to the x times negative e to the negative x? So that gives you e to the 0, which is negative 1 kasi you have a negative sign here. Kaya, mag-cancel out ito. Once you distribute your e to the x dx, so what's left now is the integral of dx. And then the second term in the right side would be e to the x c sub 1 dx. Okay? This is easy to integrate. This is just equal to negative x. And this is also, with this as constant, so c sub 1 times the integral of e to the x is simply e to the x plus c sub 2. And simplify your answer by multiplying both sides by e to the negative x so that it will be exclusively y on the left side. And so you have arranging it. This will be the e to the x multiplied by e to the negative x becomes 1. So what's left is c sub 1 plus c sub 2 e to the negative x plus negative x e to the negative x. And you can factor the e to the negative x here so that your final answer would look like this. Okay, so that's one example for case 1. Just remember the steps such that you let u be equal to what's inside the grouping, and then equate this after integrating with the result of the integration. So this will be equated to this one because they're both equal to u. After that, it will result to a folde, and you follow the procedure for the folde. So that's how it's the process actually reduce your second order differential equation into first order. So that's why if you're going to search for this topic in the web, you just have to type second order reducible, no? Or you could also type second order with variable x missing, variable y missing. Yung case 1 is very rare. I don't know if you can find it in the internet with examples on this. But case 1, case 2, and case 3, you can find it in YouTube. There's a link that discusses this topic with variable x and y missing. So let's discuss case 2. Case 2 is of the form variable y missing. So you can make substitution such as lahat ng y prime papalitan mo ng v, and yung y double prime papalitan mo ng v prime. I'm using v instead of p because other books are using p to avoid confusion, because in the folde standard form we have an expression of p of x. So it may confuse you. That's why instead of using or having the letter P here, I'm using, but other presentations in YouTube, they're using P. I'm not going to use P. So second step, after substituting this y double prime function of x, y prime will now be replaced by v prime equals f of x comma v. So your y prime is replaced by v, your y double prime is replaced by b prime. And then after that, it will be usually reduced to folde, and then you follow the steps in solving for differential equation of first order. So let's have an example. Supposing you're asked to evaluate x squared, y double prime plus 2, x, y prime equals 1. So what you're going to do, following the procedure, lahat ng y prime will be replaced with v, and the double prime will be replaced with dv dx. Okay, so next line would be x squared. This will be dv dx because this is double prime, plus 2x v equals 1. And then you divide by x squared to be able to eliminate this one. So following the procedure ng folde, the standard form of folde. So once you divide this, wala na siyang x squared, and this will be divided by x squared. So what's left is 2v over x, and this will be divided by x squared. As you notice, our dependent variable is v. Our independent is x. Therefore, when you are going to find or determine the expression of your p of x, then your p of x is 2 over x. Because your v happens to be part of the standard form expression because your v is the dependent variable. Kaya 2 over x yung p of x mo. At yung sa right side will be your q of x. No? X to the negative 2. And so this will lead you to finding for your integrating factor. Solving for that, e to the 2, you write 2 outside of the integral, and then you have dx over x. It's resulting to x squared. Okay? And then following the folde procedure, so v, integrating factor, which is x squared, and then x squared times the q of x dx plus c sub 1. And to continue with that, you will have to integrate this, but this will be 1. So what's the integral of dx? It's simply x plus c sub 1. That's for step 4. But then you still have a v. Recall that your v is equal to dy dx. Okay? So you replace your v here with dy dx. Replace your v with dy dx in step 5. And, okay, x squared, so as is yan. Transpose your dx to the right side and integrate. So pag transpose mo, you will have to distribute the integral sign. So the integral of x to the negative 1 dx, which gives you dx over x, which is actually ln of x. And the integral of c sub 1, pwede mong ilabas yung c sub 1 na yan, constant naman yan, x to the negative 2 dx, which is actually equal to negative c sub 1, x to the negative 1, plus, don't forget, c sub 2. So this is now the result of the general solution to the differential equation. Now, I would like to add that in this line here, dito, you can actually, if you recall, no? Recall nyo ba? We have under exact, non-exact, what we call integrable combination. There's no need to go through step 2, step 3. You can immediately go to step 4. So you don't need to solve for the integrating factor once you're sure na in this line here, you notice an integrable combination. This is actually an integrable combination class. Tignan nyo. X squared dv dx, which is actually the product of the derivative of x squared times v. What is the derivative of the product of x squared times v? You can write x squared times the derivative of v plus the derivative of x squared times v. Notice it fits the description, no? The result of the product of the derivative of x squared times v. So you can write instead na the integral Because this one, itong dalawang term na to, is actually the derivative of x squared times v. And projecting backward, ito yun. Kaya, pwede mo nang hindi dadaanan to. So instead, you write the integral of the derivative of x squared times v dx equals the integral of 1, which is, or 1 dx, right? Kaya ito, skip mo na yan, dito ka na sa step 4. Isusulat mo na after integrating. Integral of the derivative of v times x squared is v times x squared. Plus the integral of 1 is actually x, no? With respect to x to is x plus c sub 1. Ayan. So divide by x squared. So wala na yung x squared na yan. It becomes v equals x to the negative 1 plus c sub 1 x to the negative 2, because you're dividing by x squared. And replace your v, don't forget, with dy dx. You still have to integrate further. So dy dx equals x to the negative 1 plus c1 x to the negative 2. And then transpose your dx to the other side. And then integrate both sides. So the integral of dy is y. The integral of this is, what is the integral of x to the negative 1? This is actually dx over x, right? So ln of x yan. Yun na, no? Na-explain ko na pala kanina yan. So that's it. If you can, at the early stage, you can identify that this is an integrable combination. Okay? Now, but not all will have an integrable combination class. Hindi lahat. So case 3, equations with independent variable missing, as you can see, we have no x in the, so what you're going to do is you replace the same with case 2, v with, lahat ng y prime will be replaced with v. But the y double prime, instead of replacing with v prime, which is dy dx, dv dx, which is dv dx, hindi mo pwedeng gamitin yung dv dx na yan. Why? Because you don't have an x variable. So, using chain rule, actually pwede rin general power formula, instead of writing dv dx, we write dv dy times dy dx. And what is dy dx? dy dx is v. So therefore, yung y double prime will now be written as dv dx, which is actually equal to v dv dy. Okay, nakuha nyo? Ay, ulitin ko, yung y double prime will be replaced with v prime, and it's actually equal to dv dx, but then this dv dx is v dv dy. So yan na ngayon ang substitution mo, itong dalawang to. Ito yun. Tapos sa y prime, this is for y double prime. And then after that, you perform. It could be a Holde, it could be a Bernoulli, it could be a homogeneous. So you follow the procedure of this type of differential equations, and then it could also be a separable if given, depends on the given. So let's have example 3. Y double prime plus y prime squared equals 2y prime, okay? So as you can see, there's no x variable. X variable is missing. So this is case 3. What you're going to do, lahat ng y double prime will be replaced with, ayan, v dv dy. Plus, y prime will be replaced with v. So v squared yan. Y prime will be replaced with v. So we have 2v. So this is now in terms of y and v. Okay? Divide by yv, because to be able to transform this into a standard form, na dv dx plus v, p of y, q of y. As you notice, this is in terms of y na, because our dependent variable, instead of having x, will be in terms of y. This is supposed to be dvdy, no? dvdy ito. I'm sorry for that. May typo error ako. This is, pero standard form kasi ito eh, no? Oh. So dvdy plus v over y, because after dividing with y times v, eliminated na yung y times v dito, and then this is divided by y times v, what's left is v over y. Divided by y times v, this will be 2 over y. So that you can easily identify now what is your p of y. Since your dependent variable is v, then your p of y is 1 over y. Okay, 1 over y. And your q of x is 2 over y. And solving for, ma'am, hindi ba integrable combination yan? Now, if you take a look at this is y, v, dv, dy. So it could be an integrable combination, yeah, because this is actually the product of v times y. Now, v squared, oh yeah, tingnan natin. Because you have a v squared, so meaning your integral, pero dapat 2v ito eh. Kung v squared yan, it should have been 2v here. So this is not an integrable combination. Because if this is your first one expression, tapos nag-derive ka ng y, which is 1, then this should have been 2v. But since walang 2v, hindi siya integrable combination. Okay? So yung option mo is to solve for the integrating factor, which is e to the integral of dy over y, or e to the ln of y, which is equal to y, right? And apply that. So v times y, integral of y, which is your integrating factor, times the q of y. This is supposed to be q of y, class. This is another typo error. This is q of y, and then dy plus c sub 1. And so evaluating further, mag-cancel out na yung y dyan. What's left is 2, and 2, cancel out yung y. So 2 dy is 2y. The integral of 2 dy is 2y plus c sub 1. And then divide by y to eliminate para ito exclusively v. Palaging ganon. Tanggalin mo lahat ng mga nakaipit dyan with only v left. Why? Because you will have to replace v with dy dx. So divided by y, divided by y. And so transposing dx to the other side. But then you notice this is dx, but this contains a variable y. Kaya this shouldn't be here. It should be transposed to the left side. So transpose this expression to the left side, it becomes a denominator of y equated to dx. And then you find the LCD. Get the LCD of 2 plus c 1 over y. And so our next line would be dy divided by 2y plus c sub 1. Why am I writing it this way? Because I want to flip this. Para next line, yung y na yan sa ibaba, sa ilalim, will be multiplied with dy. Okay? Reciprocal lang naman. So y dy equals 2y plus c. So this is now exclusively y. This contains variable x, ready for integration. So once you integrate this, that gives you x plus c sub 2, x plus c sub 2. But the left side is still to be integrated. And you notice that this is a fraction wherein the numerator has the same degree with the denominator. So there's no straightforward answer to this. And we need to do something about this in order to integrate. And you can easily apply long division, no, sa left side. So dividing y with 2y plus c sub 1. By long division, I don't need to show it to you at this time, at this moment, at this point in time. You're supposed to know how to apply long division. So the result, or the quotient, is 1/2 dy minus the remainder, which is 1/2 of 1/2 divided by 2y plus c1. But there's a c sub 1 ulit kasi from our expression, we have a c sub 1 as our constant, no? arbitrary constant after multiplying. Part of the remainder siya. Part of the remainder. So 1/2 C sub 1. And then you let u be equal to this part here. At ito, denominator. Let u be 2y plus C sub 1. Derivative of that is 2 dy. So you have du over 2. And you have 1/2 here. So times du over 2. That's actually 1/2 also. And this becomes du over u. So that's why we have 1/2 times 1/2 C sub 1 ln of u. Because this comes from du over u. Okay? Plus x plus C sub 2. Then multiply by 2 to eliminate the 1/2 for each. No? So you have y, then 1/2 na lang C sub 1 ln of 2y plus C sub 1 plus 2x plus C sub 2.